I'm Rick Erickson, Chief Communications Officer for the City of Dallas. We're going to give you an update on the status of the city's response. We'll have time for a few questions at the end of it. We're going to get a briefing from Fire Chief Justin Ball and Kevin Odom, who's our Director of Emergency Management and Crisis Response. First, Dallas Fire Chief Justin Ball.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Fire Chief Justin Ball. Yeah, I'll just give you a brief update. So as you all know, yesterday afternoon, there was a gas leak at this apartment complex, and crews arrived, got situated, and right before making entry, the building blew up. The multi-alarm fires were put on the structure, and search and rescue. A lot of heroics were performed by Dallas Fire Rescue that the end result would be lives saved. Many people were in the complex, also the adjacent complex. So right now, searching is complete. The apartment that exploded, there was 23 units total. 19 were inhabited by families. We have 3 people that are deceased, and to our knowledge, everyone's accounted for. Now, you know, we've done every search capability. We've gone through the urban search and rescue team. We've had search dogs and cadaver dogs out there searching, and we've suspended the search at this time. We've had nobody show up saying our family member's missing. We're not at liberty to put out any names, as first off, we're not 100% certain. Second, we don't put out names until all their next of kin is notified. The fire is under investigation. Our department and federal agencies are working together for the investigation. So we would not speculate on what we feel may have started the fire, because as we know, it doesn't always end up that way. So we would rather not speculate at this time and wait until we get the final result of the investigation. So I'll be available for questions right after Mr. Odom speaks. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, and everybody for being here. Kevin Odom, I'm the Director of Emergency Management and Crisis Response here at the City. I want to talk briefly about the 2 items we took care of yesterday and then the 4 objectives we set for today. So yesterday, our team responded out here with our command truck. You might have seen it right here on the road behind me. We had two locations that we were serving. So first was supporting DFR and their efforts at the incident site. I want to recognize and thank some of our peer departments, particularly Code Compliance, Sanitation Services, and Dallas Water. They provided heavy equipment to fire rescue officers to be able to do some of the early cleanup and search through the debris. Those are some of the non-traditional partners that we use in complex incidents like this. The second location we operated out of last night was the high school here behind us. Definitely want to thank DISD and everybody associated with Adamson High School. They were tremendous hosts. We set up very quickly a site for family reunification and assistance. Over the several hours we were in the building, we came in contact with 19 different family units across 2 different properties that were affected by this incident. We ended up with 10 of those families going to a nearby hotel. They're still there now. And we have staff working with their long-term housing. I'll speak to that further in just a second. There were 3 family units at nearby hospitals. I believe we're down to 2 now, 1 soon to be discharged. And we'll make sure they have safe housing in the immediate term once they are discharged. We got everybody that needed a place to stay last night to a hotel by about 9:30 last night. So we shut down the school, but we did provide other means that if there were any families overnight or individuals associated with any of the affected properties where we could get them placed overnight as well. We did not receive any phone calls or reach out since last night from people looking for any sort of hotel shelter or any other form of arrangement on that. This morning we started with 4 objectives. So first was to support the investigation and the access to the property. You'll see our code compliance department has assisted with some fencing and security for the property as NTSB, Atmos, and the ATF are on site doing their investigation. Our second was to provide accurate and timely information as it's available. We're doing that here today at this press conference, and we provided a pretty detailed update earlier to our city council. Third, and the biggest focus my team has today is on the housing. So we want to quickly get folks placed into permanent, stable housing, preferably by this weekend. Our partners at the housing department have been tremendous today. They've identified an ample number of units where all of the persons that are in the hotel can be made available. We're working through that process right now, and to not do that in a way that adds any financial burden. We want to support these families as best we can. We know there's a lot of goods and items that need to be replaced. We've been working with our nonprofit community to have home kits ready. So we've been pretty successful on that front. On the other front is donations. So we have had a number of organizations in this immediate area that we want to recognize and thank for collecting donations overnight, making those available to the families. Right now, all of the immediate needs are met. If you go to some of the locations that have been collecting donations, you'll see that they got links to their websites where if you want to donate in time, in volunteer, or financially, you can do that. But right now, in terms of material goods, we're good. If that changes, we'll certainly make that information available to the public. And then fourth is just to continue to support DFR, other city departments with anything interagency. There haven't been any hotspot items today that have come up. It's remained pretty stable, but we've used that stability to be able to make lots of progress with how we're serving those affected by this incident. And I'll also be available for any questions at the end of this. City Manager?
And now we're going to have time for a few questions. And I want to preface it by saying the National Transportation Safety Board is taking the lead on this investigation. City departments are assisting them in the investigation, but they're handling the investigation.
Can someone talk about what's happening on one of the side roads? There's some digging going on today.
I'm going to bring up Gus Concarley, who's the Director of Transportation.
Are you talking about next to the site in the vicinity?
There's some machinery over there.
On-
that's digging
on
the
the-
road.
Okay, Gus Concardi, Director of the Department of Transportation and Public Works. There was some water main break that needed to be repaired in the vicinity of that area, and we've got some activities in that area.
Chief, well, do you know if anyone called 811 to ask for the mapping of those underground utility lines? Did y'all know if anyone called to actually map those gas lines?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer that at this time. That wouldn't be my department. I'll try and get that information for you, though.
You couldn't give the other answer that question?
You know what?
That's going to your question, or Rebecca, is going to be answered by the National Transportation Safety Board.
Has anyone in the city talked to the that was working there yesterday prior to the explosion?
Could you repeat that?
Has anyone from the city talked to that company that was doing the work there?
So all of that would be part of the investigation that I would not be at liberty to talk about at the moment.
Chief, earlier you said that you provided no response until 15 minutes before the explosion. Does that remain the timeline? Will that change?
No, that's accurate. When the call came in, they took 2 minutes to get here, and you must understand there's safety protocols. They have an officer on that fire engine, and their responsibility is the other 3 members of their crew. And it would be a derelict of duty for them to not take all safety precautions before entering that building. So they have to, first they get here and try and ascertain where the gas leak's coming from. Then they have to find a hydrant, get a permanent water supply, and get their protective equipment on. Once they find all that out, then they were about to go to the building and start evacuating. They called put a one-alarm fire on it for other firefighters to come help with the evacuation. For them to do of anything any sooner, the outcome would have ended up the same, with the addition of them being injured or could even be fatalities. So they did what is appropriate for their position.
Okay, we have time for one more question. We have transfer to be able to, if you want to ask a question. One more question.
Can you talk about like where we are now? Like what's the process going on right now with the fire department and
Yeah. So, you know, I said search operations we're done, and so now it's just partnering with federal agencies to ascertain the cause of the explosion, and we'll let you lot know as soon as we have that information. It would just be really unprofessional for us to speculate at this time without having the facts.
are you confident that
All right, thank you very much.
fatalities are at the number that you stated still? Like no more will be found?
I'm confident, but I would not say without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.